Hey guys, I'm Jay and this is Football Talk. In this one, I will be reacting to more big news revealed for EA College Football 25. Yes, I'm super excited for this, man. And it seems like you guys have been enjoying the College Football 25 updates. So I want to first say I greatly appreciate all the support, all the love and all that. I mean, it's just been crazy to see the support and the comments, Hey, your boy respond to every comment. It might not be right when you type the comment, but I'm gonna respond or like it or whatever. So I just want to say shout out to all you guys, man. For the journey. I got four. Let's see. Right now, as we talking, let's see. I got over 400, almost 500 subscribers. So I just want to say huge shout out to y'all guys. Hey, this channel wouldn't been able to be what it is without your support, your comments, everything like that. I just want to say that before we hop into this. But without further ado, let's jump right into it.
More news has been revealed for the upcoming EA Sports College Football 25 video game that comes out this summer, and we're going to dive deep into it today. Now, some of this news came out over the past few days or the past week, but I was out of town on vacation, so I didn't get to cover a lot of the new stuff that has dropped over the past few days. So we're going to dive deep into all that today and catch you guys up to speed. Also, when the game drops in a few months, I'm going
I
to
have
be
not
doing
seen any
giveaways for this
updates.
game in a big way. I want to make sure to give
Like
away as many
I've
copies as
stayed away
possible.
from
So make sure
those.
to follow me on my
So
social
this is
media
all new
channels.
to
That's
me.
where I'm going to be doing the giveaways. Definitely want to make sure to get a bunch of free copies to as many of you guys as possible when this game finally drops this summer. And if you never want to miss out on any of the
This
important
summer is gonna
updates
be
surrounding this game,
absolutely
including the
legendary.
gameplay that's going to be dropping pretty
I'm
soon,
calling
make
it
sure to
right now.
subscribe and turn the bell icon on so you never miss any of these important videos when I drop them. So we've been getting a lot of news about this game over the past few months, and we know that coming in May, EA is going to do the big full official reveal, but people involved with the game have been speaking out.
Can't wait for that, man.
More and more each week, and we've got a bunch of new stuff to go over today. Now, one of the bigger things that I would say is a little bit of a bummer, and then we're going to get into some of the better things, but one of the big breaking stories that happened recently was that we found out that the National College Football Awards Association opted out of the EA Sports College Football video game.
What?
On3 did an article about this, and this is what they had to say. With the full reveal scheduled for May and a July release expected, excitement levels keep rising. The first college sports video game to compensate athletes for their name, image, and likeness to be included in the game. Earlier this week, the company announced more than 10,000 players opted in, so that's some good news right there. Last we heard it was 5,000. Now we're up to 10, which means almost everybody that they have sent out these opt-ins for, they have agreed to be in the game. So that's good. We should see most of the big name players.
I'm glad to see that
in this game, which is great. However, continuing on here, it says there is one entity that has chosen not to participate in EA Sports College Football 25, though. The National College Football Awards Association has declined an offer, the association's president Mark Wolpert told On3. The offer that has been made is not adequate for the rights fee for the awards, he recently told On3. What does this mean? Fans who buy the game and play Road to Glory or Dynasty modes will not have the chance to win the real trophies that college football players are annually awarded. Before EA Sports made the call to cancel the series a decade ago, these NCAA football awards were included. So this basically means you're not going to be able to win awards like the Bolitnikoff, the Davey O'Brien, Doak Walker, the Jim Thorpe, the Maxwell, and things like that. The awards that were specific to different players, like,
man, I ain't gonna lie, that's a real bummer. Especially I know, especially like for the Road Glories, all like the single player modes. Like, damn, I wonder what was the money. What? Because they said it wasn't like the money wasn't right or something. So I wonder how much were they like? Alright, you gotta pay us this much, and how much was it? Was it like EA was like, alright, this the money we set aside for this. This is our offer, and they was like, nah, we need more. And it's like EA is like, we paying all these college players, and then we're doing this game. We're like it, So I don't know. Maybe it wasn't enough, or maybe the awards thing wouldn't work with EA. Who knows?
best wide receiver, best running back, and things like that. However, the most important award has been confirmed to be in the game, which
Oh,
is
the
Heisman.
Heisman.
That is under a different entity. It says the Heisman Trophy, which is operated by the Heisman Trust, will be included in the game, and that has been confirmed. So while this is just a tad bit of bad news, we'd like to see all of the official awards in the game. EA did say that these awards are going to still be in the game. They're just not going to be able to use the name like Bolitnikoff for the best wide receiver. So they might
Okay, so they're
Best
gonna have
Wide
called
Receiver
different.
Award, or they might just have a fictitious name. They might just name it after a player that doesn't actually exist, or they might name it after a former player that they do have rights to. I'm sure they'll do something like that. So these awards
I'd say
will still
probably
be
a
able to
former
influence the
player,
game
more than
which one of the
likely.
official name, but the one and most important award will have the official name, which is the Heisman, and I think that's the one that pretty much everybody cares about the most.
That is
I don't think the other ones are
okay.
make or break in
That's
who is
really
already going to have that
good to
name
see.
over
Cause
that, but
I
it is a
thought the
little bit of
Heisman
fun.
was in it
Now,
too. I
whether
was
or
about to
not
say
the College
what?
Football Awards Association is just being greedy here, or maybe EA did actually give them a super low ball, disrespectful offer, that we don't know. We don't actually know the exact numbers, but we just know that they did not accept the offer, so they have opted out. Now, the leader of the Awards Association said they're not closing the door on being in the game. They said it's still there if EA wants to make a deal, but currently they have to make the best business decision, and they felt that what they were being offered just wasn't enough. So we could still see this come to the game potentially if EA comes around on it, but honestly, I'm not sure that they will, because I don't think this is an important enough thing to make or break the game. I think the most important things are having the real teams, the real players, and even the real players, if you want to get down to it. Even if we didn't have real players, I don't even think that would break the game. People would still buy this game even if they were fictional rosters. So I don't think the awards is enough of a make or break thing for EA to really come around on it.
I
But
might
who knows,
sound
maybe they
dumb by
will.
saying this, but in the old NCAA games, they didn't use the real players, did they? Like, I'm pretty sure they did not. They did not use the real players. Like, they might have used the player names, but like, I guess like the face scans and all that. I don't think they actually used real players. Now, I could be wrong about that, but from my memory, I don't think they ever used the real players in the college football game.
Hold up really quickly. Stop right there. If you're into sports and you want to try to win some money, then you deposit 100, you get an extra free 100. The next bit of news we got is from Chris Fowler. Now, you may remember in one of my previous videos, we had a little bit of a clip from Chris Fowler where he was talking about some of the commentary he was doing for the game, and he has since put out another update, which is pretty cool. He is one of the main announcers, one of the main voices for the game, and he's kind of putting out these little updates.
I like these. I like these little like behind the scenes type of
Here's what
things.
he had to say recently.
Inside the no longer secret voiceover room for the EA Sports CFP 25, just crazy interest in the first little behind the scenes glimpse I gave. I'm told more than 2 million views on various feeds. That's insane. Great energy surrounded the game, so I'll give you a quick update here. 2 more sessions this week. I've recorded the pregame setups for the new 12-team playoff bracket games, the on-campus settings, the 4 quarterfinals and 2 semifinals, and it was really fun to sit in this little room in March and do a national championship game setup. Of course, gamers are going to get to experience the new bigger bracket in the summer, way before it plays out on the field. And whoever you select in Dynasty mode and take to a national championship, Kennesaw State, Troy State, anybody, yes, to answer your questions, you will get a customized national championship shout out. If you pick Coach Prime and the Buffs and you win, you might get an extra special shout out. Speaking of long shots, I recorded today this. Your defense forces and recovers a fumble in the end zone to win the game on the final play. It was a crazy high energy call, but yes, that is in the game. I'm told that more than 10,000 players are in the game at $600 a pop. That's more than $6 million in NIL commitments. More can opt in a second window in the spring. So Arch Manning and others who aren't in the game right now could reconsider and opt in. I will keep the updates from this little room coming.
Now, one of the interesting things in that video of all the
Damn.
things he said was that the Colorado Buffs might have...
Hold on right quick. Sorry for the pause. You can literally just watch a whole video of that and get, my good, information that he just threw out there. The 12-team bracket, I got to see how that will play out in real life and in the game. And you going to get to do it in the game first, of course. But that's just crazy. Got custom, when you create your team, you have
a special kind of announcement if they win the national championship, which leads me to believe that maybe Deion Sanders is going to be in the game. We know that they said real coaches were not going to be in the game, but I think this could be different for Deion Sanders simply because they already have Deion Sanders' rights because they use him in Madden. Now, I don't know if they would have to get a completely different rights for him as a coach. I don't really know how that works, but I know they have his rights in Madden because he is in Madden Ultimate Team every single year without fail. So
okay, now I have no idea if this is right, but maybe since he's a coach, they might have to get different rights. But I don't know. I think it could be that you have to get different rights when you become a coach. Because I know the coaching committee is like they're very like not as open. So you might have to get like a different one. I could be totally wrong.
Maybe that does kind of transfer over and they can use them for this game. So this is just an assumption on my part, but I think maybe Deion will have some involvement in this game, even if other coaches are not licensed for this game, because I don't really know what else Chris Fowler could have meant by that, because the only really big, interesting thing about Colorado as opposed to the other teams is Deion Sanders as their coach. So really curious to see what he means by that, and I'm sure we're going to find out pretty quickly once the game drops, because somebody is definitely going to win a national championship with Colorado the first week the game is out. The next person that's been speaking about this game recently is Kevin Connors, another one of the voices that has been confirmed to be in the game. He recently went on a podcast, the Syracuse Orange Sports Podcast, and he spoke.
I've never heard none of these. I actually got to watch these.
An in-game reporter, and he actually put some details out there that we didn't already know, which were interesting. So let's take a quick listen at a few clips from that podcast.
I'm a little limited in what I can say. Here's what I can tell you. I do in-game updates and halftime. I think I can say that. If not, we're breaking news here and I'm going to get in trouble. But I can tell you this. I had probably 25 two-hour sessions where we went through just about every possible outcome. And we hit on specific rivalries, many of them. Hey, it looks like you're enjoying the backyard brawl. Let's get you caught up on what's gone down in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or in Morgantown, Western. I mean, it is so unbelievably thorough. The team is so talented. There are so many individual small items in the game, on down to players wearing hoods out of the back of their jerseys, which some players do, which you wouldn't see in Madden. It's a fast game. It's an unbelievably thorough game. It looks, and the very little that I've seen looks amazing.
Is it the gameplay? Like, what do you think is if I'm a Syracuse fan and I want to get this game, what's the grand appeal?
It's the authenticity. It's you're inside the JMA Wireless Dome. The uniform options, the fight songs, the commentary is going to be very personalized. It's not just, here's a look at the score. The Syracuse Orange lead. It is very authentic. It is very real. It really seems like you're watching a televised game inside the Carrier Dome.
So he let us in on a few interesting things
Wow.
here. Number one, that he's going to be the in-game guy, the guy that's on the sideline
Damn.
between the breaks in the game.
I gotta watch some of these, man.
Saying just kind of further confirms how much detail is going into this game, as opposed to Madden, which all of us know, and we know Madden for not having the most detail and not having the best atmosphere and presentation.
That's
Everything
true.
We keep hearing about this game just further confirms that this game is going far and above what Madden does, which is really good, and hopefully this carries over to Madden, which would be great. But another tidbit that he spoke on that I think is interesting for the people that are really into the equipment is that he said that players are going to be able to wear hoodies underneath their jerseys.
Yeah, that one right there. We've seen that. Okay.
So this is
It's not in Madden, but it was in the yard. I don't know if it still is in the yard, but I know in the yard you could have the hoodie. You couldn't have, was it just a hoodie? I think it was just a hoodie. You couldn't have, it was no pads. I think it was just a hoodie. That would be, I ain't gonna lie, that right there, I've liked that. I always liked the look of it, but I don't know about playing in that. You know, I think it's cool, but I don't know about playing in that. That might be a different story.
Cool for multiple reasons. Number one, we know the level of customization already sounds like it's going to be better than Madden, as we've kind of already expected it to be, but this could also very well mean that this is going to be coming to Madden as well, because typically with these two games, if one game gets a feature, if it can work for Madden, it's going to be in Madden as well. So unless the NFL for whatever reason is prohibiting that particular equipment from being in Madden,
that could be.
Madden will also have the hoodies underneath the jerseys as well.
It could be the NFL. We know how strict they are.
Companies confirmed that they're also going to be in the game. Shut Sports did confirm on Twitter that they're going to be in EA Sports College Football, which is kind of, I guess, a no-brainer. We should know that they're going to be in the game. They're going to have the official license equipment, but it's just further proof, further confirmation that they're going to be in there. And we also got a confirmation from Riddell Sports that they're going to also be in the game as well, which is pretty cool. Now, another important thing thing just happened earlier today as well as it pertains to college football. This is breaking news as of a couple hours ago. It said the 14-team college football playoff is expected to be formalized in the next 24 hours. The new format would begin in 2026. So already this year for 2024, we're going to the 12-team playoff, but they're already working on pushing this to 14 teams, which is really important because as we know, the college football game is going to have the updated college football playoff, but it was also said that it's going to be a customizable format, which means you'd be able to add more teams because they even specifically said with how college football keeps changing so much lately, who's to say what the college football playoff is going to look like in a year or two? When it's already looking like in a couple of years, they're going to be further expanding the playoff. So they're putting that customization in the game to where, hey, if you want to have a 14-team college football playoff now, if you want to just jump into that right now and not wait till 2026, you can do that.
Okay. Okay, guys. 14. I got to see. I gotta see what it looks like in the game. I gotta see what it looks like in the game first, and then it will kind of, determine how I really feel about that. I mean, 12 already, 14, and what 2026, 2026. Shit, it might at this point, just like everybody in the college football playoff. And we just see it could be a Warrior Rumble. We gonna see who eliminates who at this point. God, the mile. This was a lot. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. I'll see you guys in the next one.